Hey friends! So if you're new here, my name is Marita and I buy clothes at places like Goodwill or St. Vincent, and then I sell them online on places like eBay and Poshmark. And today I'm going to take you shopping with me and I'm going to tell you why I'm picking up the items and how much I plan on selling them for. Let's go! So the first thing I ended up finding was this really pretty purse, and it's actually a bucket bag and it's 100% pebble leather. And it's from the brand Christina and it's made in Italy. I'd never really heard of this brand, but when I looked it up, comps had them going pre-owned for around $50 to $60. This is the second time I've ever found this brand, and it's Dome Daris. And this is a really nice pair of riding leather boots, and they have this patchwork, which is just really neat. And I'm gonna have to look up comps, but when I looked up comps previously in the past, the last time I found this brand, they were going for around $80 to $90. I love how unique these boots are, and I also love the contrasting with the leather. And keywords I'm going to add for these are going to be moto, I'll put pirate, and boho. And another nice pair of shoes, these ones are from the brand Quirky's. They are $13, and they're just some nice little ankle boots with a strapping detail. And Quirky's normally sells really fast and for around $50. So I personally do love picking up J.Jill, especially in their larger sizes, and this one is a 1X. They do have it marked up to $15, but it's a nice kind of mid-weight jacket, and it's also corduroy, which is doing really well right now, very trendy material, so I will be getting this. So like I said, I did end up picking up this jacket, and it actually ended up selling within 2 days of being listed, and it sold on eBay for $40. And keywords that I added were farm, I put chore hand, I also put minimalistic and neutral. And this actually had a detachable lining, so it could be lightweight or midweight, which I think was a really great factor in this. And yeah, really happy that this sold so fast. So here's this really nice Longline duster cardigan, and it's from the brand Beautiful People, which I hadn't heard before, but when I looked it up, brand new, they retail for around $120 to $150, and Longline dusters do really well, especially obviously during fall time. So I am gonna get this, and keywords I'm gonna put are minimalistic, neutral, and quiet luxury. Here's a dress that I was thinking about picking up, but I think I'm gonna leave it, and it's from BCBG Max. They only have it marked up to $8, and it is a good size, it's a size 8. So I typically don't pick up anything in this brand, but I was tempted to look up this dress just because I thought it was really pretty. But in the end, I did end up leaving it because when I looked up comps, some people had them selling for $100, but then a lot of people also had them selling for $20 to $25. And then the fact that it was a mini dress and we're going into fall and winter time played into me leaving this behind. But this was honestly a gorgeous dress. And when I looked up comps, I did realize that some BCBG Max dresses do actually perform really well. So I will definitely be keeping an eye out for some of their pieces. This is a really pretty vintage dress, and it has a halter top, has this really nice floral print, and it's actually from the vintage brand Betsey Johnson, which I love to pick up her vintage pieces. I don't like to pick up any of the current ones, but vintage items from this brand do really well, and they resell for around $80 to $90, depending on the material and the style. But I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna price this one for around $60 or $70. So like I may mention at the store, when it comes to Betsey Johnson, I don't pick up any of the current pieces. I only pick up the vintage items from this brand, and their vintage dresses actually do really well, especially if you find a silk vintage dress from her. And actually a couple months ago, I did have a Betsey Johnson silk dress, and it was a slip style, it hit around your knees, and I kept putting off listing it because whenever I would take a picture of it, it just didn't hang right on the hangers, and so I just kept leaving it on my rack. And then eventually I decided that I was just gonna list it, and I didn't care if it didn't look perfect in the pictures, and then it actually ended up selling within an hour for $90. So if you find any vintage Betsey Johnson that is 100% silk, I mean, I would grab that so fast. And then another gorgeous dress, and this one is from J.Crew. It's actually new with tags, and this is 100% silk, and it's this long maxi gown, and I'm gonna put wedding bride in here because I could see somebody wearing this on their wedding day. It's honestly really gorgeous, and it has this crisscross bust. I'm gonna have to look up comps, but I do feel like I should be able to price this for around $80 to $90. So I do like to pick up Eddie Bauer, especially if they're goose down, which, let's see. which this one is, it's 80% goose down, so I will be getting this. It's only $8. It's women's size large and just a really nice packable vest. I love to pick up packable jackets or vests during this time of year, getting ready for fall and winter time. And then I'm just gonna pick this up too because I think this is really cute. It's from the brand Yak Magic, which I've never heard of before. It's $8. It's a size extra large. This is honestly so pretty. I just think this is fun, very quirky, very unique. And keywords that I'd add for this would be Phoebe Buffet from Friends. I'd even put Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus. And it's also vintage, so this is 90s and Y2K vintage. I love the flowers, and it also has flowers on the back. This is so fun. I love whenever I find this brand, Smart Wool, and I checked it, there's no holes, but this is actually one of those brands that even if it does have holes, I still pick it up. That's how good this brand performs. And this is a merino wool sweater. It also has some color blocking on the sleeves. I do still like to look through the skirts during fall and winter time because I do like to look for sweater skirts or puffer skirts. Those perform really well. And this one is a sweater skirt, and it's actually 100% wool. It's this nice Fair Isle Nordic knit, and it's from the brand, so the brand Everest Designs. And when I looked it up, the skirts that were wool were reselling for around $40, and how much they have marked up for. And this is $8, so I'm gonna pick this up, and like I said, I should be able to resell this for around $40. And this skirt actually ended up selling on Poshmark within 2 days being listed, and it sold for $38. So I know I've talked about this brand before, and it's Boston Proper, and I actually really like to pick this brand up. Their items are normally minimalistic, kind of career professional wear, and some of their items are also kind of sexy, but these were a nice pair of crop slacks. They also have the pull-on elastic waist, which in my last video I did make mention, that's really great for people with coordination issues, and so I always like to put that on my title. And these were marked up to $6, and I should be able to resell these for $35. And another kind of bread and butter item is this pack pants. These are organic cotton. They have marked up to $6, but when I looked up comps, they had over 100% sell-through rate, and these should go for around $35. And keywords that I would add for this brand is granola girl. I would put boho, log and look, and hippie. And one other thing that I wanted to add is when I did make mention that it had over 100% sell-through rate, that just means that there's more sold listings than there are active listings on eBay. These actually already sold on eBay, and they did go for a little bit less than I was expecting. The reason that I sold them for a little bit less was because once I got them behind my lights, I noticed that there was 2 oil stains, and so I just disclosed that, and they still sold within 2 days for $29.74. So I don't normally pick up Athleta, but I am gonna get these. They do have them marked up to 10, but they're actually new with tags, so it's kind of the only reason why I'm gonna get them, just because Athleta doesn't really perform like it used to. And I am gonna get these two as well. So these are both Athleta, but they're size 10, and they have this one marked up to 8, this one marked up to 6. And the reason I'm gonna get these is because they're their streetwear joggers, or their city joggers, which I have had really good luck with in the past. And again, these are a good size. So I'm gonna get these. These should resell for around $35 each. And another reason I was happy to get those Athleta pants is because I love whenever I can find multiples of items, just because it makes listing them so much quicker. And keywords that I would use for these would be athleisure, athletic, streetwear, and then outdoors. Okay, so this is the second time I've ever found this brand, and it's Sherry Hill, and this is actually a really good brand to look out for prom dresses, formal wear, and this is really pretty. I love the yellow, and I also love how it has the sequins in it, sweetheart neckline. When I looked up comps, they were going for around $150 to $200 pre-owned. So I was really excited to find this dress, and it's actually the second time that I've ever found this brand before, and their items do retail for a good amount of money. They retail for around $500, some even $800, and this is just a really great formal wear dress. It definitely makes me think of fairy, romantic, and whimsical, and I'm really excited to see how this performs. So another gorgeous dress, and I love that it has this floral lacing overlay, and they also have long sleeves, so it's a perfect dress for kind of fall and winter time, and it's also midi length, which I love anytime that I can find dress that's midi or maxi. And it's from the brand Bardot, which they do sell at Aritzia, and they have it marked up to $10, and it's a good size. It's a size 10, it's large, and I feel like this is gonna do really well, especially during the holidays, because I feel like somebody could wear this for a holiday event, like a party or something like that. But I do like to pick up Bardot, and normally they sell for around $45 pre-owned. So here's an Anthropology brand that I do like to pick up, and it's Maeve, and this is a size large, and they have marked it with $6, and I really love this bust line. It kind of reminds me of a corset bust line, and this is just a really cute midi length dress. You have the puff sleeves, and I might have to sit on this for a little bit, but I feel like I should still potentially be able to sell it before it gets too cold, or I might wait on till like next spring and summertime. But I'm okay with that because I might wear this next summer for myself, and I'm expecting to get around 40 for it. I've seen other people pick up this brand, and it's Joseph Rudkoff, and this is a vintage brand. It's $8, and it is a size 14. And I just thought this was a really pretty vintage dress. I love how it has this contrasting top and skirt. It's also a maxi length. You have the front slit, definitely 90s style. And when I looked up comps, their vintage long dresses were going for around $45 or $50. Some more Title IX, and I've actually sold this jacket before, and it's marked up to $10, but I am gonna get this. This is merino wool, and it's a long kind of tunic length zip up sweater. And like I said, I've sold this before, and I think in the past I sold it for around $50. And so I'm gonna price this for about the same, but anytime I find Title IX and it's in a good material or it's a jacket or anything like that, I always pick it up because they sell really fast. So I've talked about Rails before. It's a good brand to pick up, but it's one of those brands that does sell for a good amount of money, but it does like to sit. So this is just a nice jacket from them, and it has this leopard print. It's only $6. And when I looked up comps, they were reselling on eBay for $45. Oh, here's a good find. So this is from Viori, and it's this nice zip up sweater. It's really lightweight, and it's only $8. Again, I'm gonna have to look up comps, but I do feel like I should be able to resell this for around $60. Viori is a really great athletic brand. It's definitely surpassed Lululemon for me. So another item I was really excited to find, and it was this Viori jacket, and this actually ended up selling within 2 days of being listed on Poshmark for $51. Another piece from Title IX, you have this tie waist, and this is a mid-weight one, and it's actually extra fine merino wool. I love this wrap jacket from Title IX, and I didn't realize it at the store, but once I got it home and listed it, I have actually sold this exact sweater before 2 other times, and they both sold really fast, and they sold for around $45 to $50. So that's what I'm gonna price this at. And keywords I'm gonna use for this are gonna be winter, cozy, outdoors, hiking, fishing, and camping. And yeah, always happy to find this brand. So I've talked before about how I really like to find knit jackets. Those actually do really well. And this is a nice double-breasted knit jacket from Talbot's. And again, it's green, so it's only $4. And this is very academic, very preppy, very classic, very quiet luxury. And it's also 100% cotton. And this should go for around $45. So this is from Maeve, which is Anthropology, and I'm actually just gonna keep this for myself. I really like the color, and it's just a rib knit sweater that's oversized with a cowl neck. So an exciting find. This one is from LL Bean, and it's vintage, and it's actually 100% merino lamb's wool, and it has this Nordic Fair Isle print. It's this really nice button-up cardigan, and I'm gonna have to look up comps, but I know I should be able to get a good amount of money for this. So here's Woolrich, and again, this one is half off, so it's $4. And this is just a really nice wool blend sweater with this striping, and then you have this cowl neck. And I have had really good luck with Woolrich sweaters in the past, and so I'm gonna price this for around $35. So another piece from Tote & Co, and this is $6, and it's this mock neck tunic. It's rib knit, and it's actually merino wool. And I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to get for this, but I mean, I'm thinking that I should be able to sell this for around $35, maybe $40. Just a nice basic Bowden sweater, and it's cable knit. They have it marked up to $8, and I do like to pick up Bowden pieces. Their sweaters do really well, especially if they're a nice material, which this one is 80% wool, so that's really great. Wool's always a desired material makeup during fall and winter time. So I am gonna get this. I'm probably gonna be able to resell it for around $35. So here's a really great brand, ALC, and these are some buttonfly jeans. They are straight leg, they have some distressing, and this brand is really expensive, brand new. I've only ever found a dress from them, so this is the second time I've ever found this brand, but the dress was really nice, and that ended up selling within a day for $200. And their jeans, when I was looking them up, sell for around $80. So I paid $8, hoping to flip it for $80. And this is from the brand Toad & Co. And I've actually sold this dress multiple times now, and it's called the Sun Kiss dress. It has this perforation down at the bottom. You have this Aztec and tribal print, and this has a lot of stretch to it. It's really comfortable, very breathable. And I love this outdoor brand, and I should be able to sell this for around $40 to $45. And yet again, another item from Title IX that I've already sold in the past. And so that's another reason why I ended up picking up this dress, is because I'll be able to copy that listing and get it up really fast. And this should sell for around $35, maybe $40, but probably more likely $35. And this is a size 12. They have it marked up to $8, and I really love this color and this print. I love whenever I find this brand, and it's Wooden Ships, and their items are normally very oversized, and they're made out of high quality material. Like this one is made out of mohair and wool, and it's really soft. It's this oversized boxy sweater. You have this ombre print, and it's $8, but I should be able to resell this for around $50. So this is one of those brands that when you see their items, you don't think that they'd be super expensive brand new, but this sweater alone retailed for around $160. And keywords that I'm gonna add for this are gonna be unassuming. I'll put quiet luxury, minimalistic, neutral, and coastal. And I've actually talked about this brand before, Eloquii, and this is a really great plus size brand to look out for. And this one is actually new with tags, and it's $10. I've actually never found a jacket or anything other than dresses from this brand. I really do love this faux leather moto jacket, and when I was looking up comps for this brand and their jackets, new with tag items were selling for around $50 to $60. So I'm gonna price this at $60, and keywords I'm gonna add for this jacket are gonna be moto, motorcycle, punk, streetwear, and modern. Here's a brand that I haven't found in forever, and it's Scotty Vest, and I've only ever found their vest. This is a nice jacket from them, and this brand is known for making really high quality travel wear clothes. So they have it so that you have a bunch of inner lined pockets. That way it's harder to get pickpocketed when you go travel. And like I said, I've only ever found their vest, and their vests sell really fast and for around $50. And when I looked up comps for their jackets, they were going for around $60 to $70, and they had 100% sell-through rate. So really great find. And like I said, this brand is known for making items that make it harder for people to pickpocket you. And so whenever I do list items from this brand, I always put travel, vacation, and then I'll also put outdoors in there. So like I was just saying, I do like to find Eddie Bauer pieces if they are goose down and packable. And this one is a goose down packable jacket. It's a size tall 2XL, so a good size too. And I should be able to sell this for around $50. So this is a nice find, and this is from Ralph Lauren, and it's green, so it's half off, it's $5. And it's a nice quilted jacket, and it has the logo over here. And it's just a very classic, kind of quiet luxury, old money style. But even better, it was actually new with tags, and originally it was $210. And when I looked up items from Ralph Lauren that were this size and were also jackets and new with tags, they were actually reselling for around $150. So that's what I'm gonna price this one at. So here's one of my favorite vintage brands to find, and it's Jam's World, and this is $6, and I absolutely love the color on this and the print. I think it's so fun, so vibrant, and I should be able to resell this for around $50, maybe $60. So Jan's World, like I said, is actually one of my favorite brands to find. I just recently sold a dress from them for around $59. And I actually even recently sold a shirt, just a regular button-up shirt from them with a really fun tropical print. And that one actually ended up selling for $99. So some of their items do sit, but then some of them perform really well. And so I'm excited to see how this dress does. And keywords I'm going to use for this dress are going to be Hawaiian, I'll put tropical, vacation, paradise, resort, and I'll even put cruise in there, vintage, and 90s. And here's a basic Bowden piece, and it's $6, and it's just a striped, kind of nautical stripe t-shirt dress. It's cotton, really breathable, it's boxy, and I'm probably going to price this for around $35 to $40. And keywords I'm going to add for this Bowden dress are going to be classic, preppy, minimalistic, and European. So I've never heard of this brand, and it's Karen Alexander, and it's a vintage piece, and I thought it was stunning. I love the vibrant red, and I also love the drop waist. I think this is gorgeous. And when I actually looked up comps on this vintage brand, some of their dresses were going for around $60, some were even going for $100. And so I'm really excited about this pickup. And keywords I'm gonna add for this are gonna be vintage, 80s, sexy, secretary, and yeah, just a really great vintage piece. Another piece from Toad & Co, and this one again is a dress. It's $8, and it has this kind of Henley front, it's striped, and it's midi length. And this is cotton, really comfortable, a lot of stretch. And I could see somebody pairing this with a jacket for fall and winter time. And I'm gonna price this for around $40 to $45. And another Title IX dress. This one is $8, and this one has this perforated overlay. I think this is really neat, and you have the scallop hem, and I'm gonna price this one for around $40. I thought this top from Zara was really pretty, and it's actually half off because green is the tag of the day, and so it's only $4, but I'm actually gonna keep this for myself. I really love the off the shoulder and how it has this ruffle. You also have these sheer illusion sleeves, and then this really delicate floral embroidery that kind of makes it look more Victorian, very feminine, and yeah, I just think this is really pretty. Here's another item for myself, and it's from the brand Joyce, which doesn't resell very well, but it is expensive, brand new, and I'm gonna keep this for me. This is just a really nice staple piece. It's this long kind of knit top, and it's actually merino wool, so a really great material. And another item that I'm gonna keep for myself that is a good brand is Babaton, and this is an Aritzia brand, and it's just this really nice basic button-up shirt, kind of just a minimalistic, classic piece to have. All right, friends, that is it for today, and I hope that this video was able to bring you some value or just kind of gave you some company while you were getting your work done. But as always, if you guys think that I earned a like on this video or your subscription, I would really appreciate that. But either way, I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day and finding so many treasures out there, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. Bye, friends.